Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to America 2.0. This is coming from before it was news. Out of Germany, massive riots erupt against the New World Order's monetary system as it implodes. This is the one on the ECB riot. This is coming Wednesday, March 18th, 2015, by Ashley Jones of Guerrilla Media Network. Most of you probably have seen these stories last 2 days or so, but police cars were set on fire, stones were thrown in protest against the opening of the new base for European Central Bank, or ECB. This happened in Germany. Thousands of rioters have descended on ECB headquarters to show their displeasure of the global elite's policies of stealing their hard-earned money. Some rioters have been slightly more violent by lighting police cars and buildings on fire. Approximately 350 people were arrested. Dozens of people were hurt. Frankfurt, Germany was where the riots were, where the ECB headquarters was. Dozens of people have been hurt. Some 350 arrested. I already said that, I know, as anti-austerity demonstrators clashed with police in Germany's city of Frankfurt. I didn't hear anything in the internationals about this, folks, so I think this was the work of a rent-a-crowd company. Police cars were set alight and stones were thrown in protest the opening of the European base. Violence broke out close to the city's Alta Oper concert hall hours before ECB building's official opening. Blockupy activists are expected to attend a rally later on Wednesday. In early disturbances, police in riot gear used water cannons to clear hundreds of anti-capitalist protesters from ECB headquarters. I've read several articles on this, folks. Let me just go into it. What this was about is that this was the bank opening that basically supported places like Greece and the other ones that basically pretty much helped in financial terrorism in terms of allowing the banks to go bankrupt and allowing the monetary system to become absolute shit in Greece. Now these guys opened up in Germany, folks, or at least a new one in Germany. Whenever you see the word thousands or hundreds of protesters, folks, if you haven't seen any of my other videos on this stuff, the best thing you can do is remember one thing and one thing only. It was staged. That's the best thing to do. If you haven't seen it being flashed across every internet article, if you haven't seen it in the international areas, somebody made it the fuck up, folks. I've tried forever to get Anonymous and Occupy and everybody else to do things for me. They don't do shit, folks, unless it's something big. And this looks like it was pretty much brought on by somebody paying some rent-a-crowd company, which is like instead of having a crisis actor or hundreds of crisis or a dozen crisis actors, they have hundreds or thousands of crisis actors come together. Go on Google. I've already covered this story on rent-a-crowd companies. Basically, just that's exactly what they are. Just companies that can come in with hundreds or thousands of people and support something or denounce it. They can do everything from street protests to violent riots like this. They can either be for or against a system, and the governments usually are the ones that pay them. The governments do the broadcast, they do everything, and they usually work with the managers of the crowdfunding and the rent-a-crowd companies months in advance. So everything looks just the way it should for TV. But supposedly in this one, there were 2 cops that supposedly got very hurt and 3 or 4 that were mildly injured. So who knows on the details in terms of what actually happened, but that came from another article. Anyways, this is coming from the riots of Frankfurt, Germany. Have a good one, folks.